What's up guys, Azarotha here delivering another kick-ass video as I promised. This time we're going to be focusing on the bane of every warrior's existence. Yep, you got it, that's right, farming gold. Everyone knows that warriors are the worst gold farmers in the game. We can't take on more than a few mobs at one time, we don't have a self-heal, it's just all the cards in the deck are stacked against us. Leading many to have to go make alts to farm gold. Well, a lot of people don't have time to farm that gold. So I'm here with a nice and easy gold farm that you do need a friend to do with, but it's easy enough because it's beneficial to both parties. You have the chance of making 70 to 100 gold per hour. It is a very good gold farm for both people. I've even had one run where me and my friend THORCE here, the Holy Paladin, we got 5 arcane crystals in 1 hour. It was amazing, and plus all the other items we get. Now, the farm that we're speaking of now is called the Dire Maul East Jump Run. It's easy to do. You've probably done it before in the past with 3 people, but this time we're going to be doing it with 2 to even the split even more in your favor. Now, there's 4 professions you need for this farm. You want mining for the crystals at the end, herbalism for the dreamfoil, grom's blood, and ghost mushroom that you get in the instance. The dreamfoil and ghost mushrooms are one of your main money makers here. Ghost mushrooms on my server sell for about $1 each, and dreamfoil is about 16 gold a stack. And in about 5 runs, you'll get a stack, so 8 gold each. Now, the big one for me is enchanting. A lot of people don't do this, but we disenchant every single non-weapon that we get. They each have a chance to disenchant into greater eternal essences and large brilliant shards. Now, if your server is like mine, greater eternal essences sell for about 8-9 G each, and these weapons, these green weapons that we get, can sometimes disenchant into 3 at a time. We get that all the time. And your 4th profession that I suggest is engineering. Engineering does nothing for your gold, but it makes the last boss easy because you need some kind of reliable AoE at the end to deal with the imps. Now, this boss that we're facing right now is called Hydra Spawn. There's one thing that I do suggest getting. It's either having a steel weapon chain or getting the death grip gloves out of Strat Undead. This boss is pretty much just a tank and spank, put out damage, get healed. He only does a disarm, which is what those gloves or weapon chain is for. The gloves are better though, since they do also give you 22 strength and a decent amount of armor. As you see, I'm DPSing down fairly quickly. This farm isn't much of a gear check. You just pretty need your standard tank gear and decent weapons. I know it looks like I'm using OP weapons because I have both CTS and Brute Blade, but I'm really not pumping out as much DPS as I possibly could be for the sake of the video. This boss in particular drops a axe that vendors for 6 gold and has a high chance of dropping Essence of Waters, which on my server sell for about 17 G each. But another thing is, all these bosses in Dire Maul East have a chance to drop greens also. The greens are even more money than the blues because that's where the greater eternal essences come from. As you can see, he went down fairly quickly. We got a green. He's going to disenchant those and see what we get. This video is recorded after the fact. I'm doing the voiceover after the recording, so deal with me here, please. I'm trying to show you how to make a good amount of gold. Warriors, I know you're looking for a good gold farm, you're struggling to level another character, whether it be a mage, a paladin, or whatever. You don't have to do that. You can find a good paladin. The paladin doesn't have to be OP. He just needs to be able to take a hit and get heals out in clutch situations. All the responsibility is mainly put on you. You need to be able to take a hit and deal out as much damage as possible. I'm even wearing some leather pieces in here. I'm wearing wrist guards of stability, I believe, and H-core leather gloves for the next boss. And I'm not taking that much damage. So this next boss, it's all about shadow damage and being able to interrupt his cast. His cast is a half-second cast, so it can be pretty difficult to get. But if you have over 100 to 150 shadow resist, which is easily obtainable if you're using a paladin's shadow resist aura. So why you want the resist is his sacrifice that he does. He puts you on the altar, which does damage to you, but also heals him at the same rate. So as you can see, that's bad. If you have the high shadow resist, you can resist that spell altogether if you don't get off the interrupt in time. As you see, we're DPSing him down. The paladin can help with exorcisms, consecrates as well, but your first few tries, I would say, try to get your paladin to focus more on healing you, and you do most of the damage. A paladin without mana is no good in this. He needs to be able to keep his mana up and have sustainability. There's very few consumables we use for this. I use just like food buffs and dense sharpening stones just to help. He uses greater mana pots and demonic runes that he gets from inside this instance. And that's another thing. All these demons that we're killing have a chance to drop Fellcloth and demonic runes, which are a great raid consumable for the paladin, so that even further benefits him as well and benefits you on the Fellcloth. Fellcloth on my server is now selling for 6G with ZG coming up and Mooncloth being a thing. It's amazing. And this is actually the reason why a paladin is preferred in this form code. It's because he can bubble out of that sacrifice. He's already had to do it twice in the same fight, so that's why he's stayed on the altar for so long there. But if he can bubble out of it, it's like it didn't even happen. So this fight, it's one of the longer ones. You just got to be able to do it in a good amount of time. We got another green, and we're going to disenchant it. Let's see what it is. Boom. 3 Greater Eternals already. That's 21 gold at least on my server. So that split, we've already made 10G each plus the other items. And this is one run. And we're doing this run in about 12 to 15 minutes, so we're not having to worry about hitting lockout either. Right, we're going to keep on going. And this room right here, it is worth it if you're looking for the herbs specifically to maybe walk around the room a little bit to get a hold of the herbs, because they're spread out around the room, but a lot of them aren't hard to get to, which THORCE goes and does that while we're running around. After killing that boss, you should be running and talking to the tree in the middle, which he will then go and break down the door that we're running to now. And when you're doing this video, you should follow the exact path that I am taking to get there. This is the path with most amounts of safe spots and least chance of pulling mobs. Especially this tree right here. If you're hugging this tree, you shouldn't pull anything at all. Alright. Yeah, this is just an amazing gold farm altogether. Yes, it is a lot of RNG based and what drops and what it disenchants to, but the great thing about this gold farm is it's fun. It's not monotonous and just you're going around picking herbs, running around, just riding your mount. You're interacting with a friend and you're in Discord chatting and laughing, and that's what we're doing. We're still learning. We don't pull off perfect clears every time. We wipe sometimes, but we for the most part have it down pat, and that's why I'm making this video. I wouldn't bring out a video with a scuffed run or anything. And the biggest thing is you have cooldowns that can help. Wreck, yes, you're taking more damage, but it's for such a short duration. Your healers should be able to keep you up. There's very few things. I don't recommend using a shield at all, because like I said, you're going to want to pump out as much damage as you possibly can. But to get started, if you've never done a jump run before, I highly suggest bringing a third person around and getting used to the pathing and when you should pop your AoEs and such. It really is a big help if you already know what you're doing. Now watch these guys. The trees that you're looking at, these guys, I swear they have an aggro radius of fucking Ragnaros. It's annoying as hell. We've pulled them so many times. What you're going to do is jump up here, jump down onto this pillar, and let your paladin, if he if he popped bubble on the last boss, you should usually want him to be able to use bubble on this pool as well. And wait for this guy to pat back into the middle of the thing, and then you're going to jump down and go exactly where we go. As you can see, I'm not using any consumables at all, and I'm going to blow through this fairly easy. The most consumables I use are major healing pots. I suggest plan on using 1 or 2 of these per run, but that shouldn't be an issue because, let's face it, major mana pots are like 60 silver on the auction house. Alright, we're almost there. We're about to kill the last boss. As soon as he gets some mana, I'm gonna pull him. Alright, pulling. Now the thing you want to watch, because he does a slight aggro drop and a disarm, but I don't suggest wearing your disarm gloves, just because you want to be able to put out as much DPS as possible. Now when he goes into his wolf form, he puts out the most damage, so that's when your healer wants to start pumping heals as fast as possible and trying to get off as many as possible. Alright, phase 1 is pretty lax. You're just DPSing him down. Your healer's trying to conserve mana for his phase 2. Now when phase 2 drops, you're about to see it. I'm going to run into this cave that's about to open up as fast as possible. I'm talking about put the jets on, guys. You're getting in there as quick as you can, because if these imps that are coming out come and the plants see the imps, the whole room is going to be pulled and you're going to wipe. Now what the paladin does is he bubbles and immediately holy wraths them, and it pretty much one-shots the imps. Now the big issue here is you're going to want to now pop your cooldowns, burst this guy down, because if he stays alive for too long, he is going to bring another wave of imps, which can be disastrous for your healer, because he's already burst through so much mana. And this is usually where the healer is using his mana pots and such to keep up. As you can see, we barely missed the timer, and that's when I'm going to pop Challenging Shout. Paladin's going to switch to Retribution Aura to give me as much threat as he possibly can, and we're going to get him down with another Consecrate and just some Whirlwinds and such, and they're pretty low HP. And he's going to disenchant these since they're not really weapons, and the shards are going to be worth more. Yeah, there's really not much to this video. As you can see, we went through it fairly quickly and pretty much burst through it. I'm going to show y'all. I don't think we got an Arcane Crystal this run, but you get plenty of them. I think we averaged probably 2 or 3 an hour. Yeah, you might not get one hour, but hey, that's with any farm. Any farm can be monotonous and RNG based, but this one is fun. That's the shining gem of it. It's so much fun. We love doing this and we look forward to it. But guys, that's a short video. That's all I got for y'all today. Stay tuned for more content. I'm working on a gem of a video with THORCE. It is a Holy Paladin video. It's amazing. I'm already excited to post it. It's almost done too. Alright guys, stay tuned and come back now. Later.